Just like the street lights lit this town, like a fire in a blaze, gotta burn it down. Can't be afraid to leave this out. We got this far, don't know how. I see danger in your eyes. They know we'll burn down the night. Coming just like the sunrise. You know that we gonna let it away. Tonight, we gonna let it away. Tonight, we gonna let it away. Just like the sunrise, we gonna let it away. Just like a spark that's breaking out. Can't make a stop, can't turn back now. We know that there's no room for doubt. No, we can't turn back now. I see danger in your eyes. They know we'll burn down the night. Coming just like the sunrise. You know that we gonna let it away. Tonight, we gonna let it away. Tonight, we gonna let it away. Just like the sunrise, we gonna let it away.
Well, hello, everybody. Hello, welcome in. Just give me a second here and there, it's working now. Okay. Well, hello, everybody. Welcome back to the channel. I'm really glad that you're here for tonight's live. I have a little bit of a different background. I don't know if I like it or not, though. We may switch back to the other one, but it's what it is for tonight. But whether you are following the channel for a while or you're brand new, thank you for spending a little bit of your time with me. I appreciate that. I appreciate that very much. Let me, because we're always prepared when we go on lives, right? I was prepared. I'm prepared. I'm just not fully prepared. But welcome in, everybody. It's good to see you guys. I see we have a lot of people in here. It's good to see everyone. I'll put the little comments up there for us, but I'm going to go ahead and put the link in here so that way I don't forget. But before we jump into the case, thank you, Betsy Ross. I appreciate that. I appreciate that. It actually looks like it's a wider view if I do it like this. Doesn't it look like a wider view? Maybe. I don't know. I think it does. But before we jump into the case, I just want to remind you how important it is that you support the channel. You know, it really does mean a lot to me that you guys come every night and you support the channel, whether, it's through just being here, watching the videos, liking the videos, and, doing channel memberships is a big thing. If you would like to become a channel member, we'd love to have you. That is a huge thing for the channel. It really does help the channel grow, and it helps put together all this stuff, that it takes to put together to get you guys on a nightly live every night. So, and I think I've been doing pretty good on getting you a nightly or a daily live, I would say a daily live at least. But if you're into, all that stuff, and you wanted to join our channel membership, we'd love to have you. I will put it, I'll link it up at the top of the chat. So that way I'll pin it it's easy to do it that way. Well, thanks, Ed. It's starting to go away. It's good to see everybody. It's good to see everybody. So we'll kick off with a little refresher. I'm sure everybody knows what case we're talking about when we say Idaho 4, but back in November 2022. Sorry, my dog's getting comfortable. 4 University of Idaho students, Kayla Gonzalez, Madison Mogan, Xana Kernodle, and Ethan Chapin were all tragically killed in their off-campus home, which Ethan was spending the night at with his girlfriend, Xana. The suspect, Brian Koberger, was eventually caught and prosecuted, and he was charged with murder, and he ended up pleading guilty to those. So since that happened, and there's been a lot of like speculations, theories going around, and now that more and more official documents are coming out, I feel like maybe it'll clear things up. I don't know. I don't know if it's clearing things up or not. I don't think it is. I think it's probably bringing more speculation and stuff out, but but we're here for it. So welcome in again. If you guys don't mind, take a second, hit the like button. It's good to see everybody in here. See, we have Crime Kitty in here. Ladybug's in here. I saw Casey was in here. I saw that Kira's in here. Dawn, welcome in, everybody. Hey, Kitsy Cats. Hey, Laura. Hey, Boone. It's good to see everybody. Hey, Jennifer. It's good to see everyone tonight. I'm here, Crime Kitty said. Hola, baby girl. Hey, MBS. Welcome in, everyone. It's good to see you. I won't say everyone's name, but you know who you are. And let me know if you like the new camera, if, like the new I don't know, lens or whatever. I think it makes it a little clearer. And also, I don't know how I feel about the tree. Real quick, the tree behind me. I finally got it to light up. Blah 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 blah. I have a light back there. I don't know. Don't know if I love it, but you can finally see it. It's been back there this whole time. I just feel like you couldn't see it. So I wanted to brighten it up and show you guys the tree. It's a little olive tree. Thanks, Ed. I appreciate that. We try to be good around here, you know. Speaking of which, since we have a couple minutes before we hit the 8-minute mark, and we can say whatever we want, today I was a big girl. I bought myself a new mouse because I burnt my other one. I burned it with the heating wand twice. I did. First time I was okay. Second time, thing wasn't working. So what I've done is like the bottom works, but I'm using Vincent's top because we have the same mouse. So I went and bought me one, and I was like feeling all proud of myself, thinking that, I did this without Vincent, right? It's just a mouse. It's just a mouse. What could go wrong? It wasn't Bluetooth. That's what can go wrong. So I took it back today, and the lady was trying to tell me it was Bluetooth, and I was trying to explain to her that it wasn't and what model this was and this and that. You could have hired me today at the Best Buy for that. But we got me the new mouse that's coming on Monday. You're under a freeze watch tonight too? Yeah. Hot to freezing. That's how it is here. Hey, Aries. Thank you. I appreciate that. It's good to see you. Hey, Lenora. Okay. We have a lot to look at tonight. We have a little bit of this, a little bit of that. I also found, not only do we have documents, but I found, I have this one up twice. I found some videos that our friend Joseph Scott Morgan has done with someone called Danny Jones Clips. They have like a huge subscriber count. And I thought we would listen to them a little bit also. Because who doesn't like Joseph Scott Morgan, right? We all do. We all do. So we will get this set up. I have to think I have to set it up a different way, but that's okay. I think I just have to do. Oh, wait, did I do it? Hey, that works for me. Look, I mean, that's like kind of perfect. I think I was going to make it like this. Wow. Yeah. No, the other way was better. How did I have it? I'm like, that looks a little better. I mean, you can't see the little leaves, but that's fine. That's perfectly fine. Cuddle in the pups. Hey, for fireflies. Oh, thank you. I appreciate the birthday wishes. And if you missed If you missed the live from last night, we did a late night live. It was a pretty good live. We went over the whole timeline for Kata Scott's case, like the whole timeline. We went over Keon King's timeline and went over how she was, you know, the manner of death and all of that. So, okay. So let's get started with these new documents. So I just wanted to show you here. This is just the site that, Idaho site with Brian Koberger, all of his documents so far that we've received from Ada County. Now it says here that there's going to be a notice of hearing and a motion of restitution hearing. So you kind of see where we're getting at with what we're going to read tonight. Do I need my glasses? I think I'm okay for now, but I'll go ahead and start cleaning them because they're dirty, even though they've been sitting on my desk. I don't think they are dirty. Could this be the one night? No. Okay. So if I put a document in pink, it usually means it does mean it's for the prosecution. If it's in blue, it's for the defense. And then if it's in yellow, it's just like a court document. Anything that we don't like, I don't know where to classify it as. I put it in purple. So just a little tidbit for you. There's something really on here. Okay. So this is a motion for restitution hearing. We did read about Kaylee's parents and Maddie's mom wanting restitution for, I believe, the urns and a couple other things. And this is what they're coming in with now. So comes now the state of Idaho, by and through the Latah County prosecuting attorney, and respectfully request this court set a restitution hearing regarding the state's request for restitution and motion to set to seal exhibit filed on September 22nd, 2025. Is that when they had that closed meeting? After consultation with defense counsel, the parties request a setting between November 3rd and November 6th. It's kind of short notice. If the court has availability. If the court is not available on these dates, the parties will promptly provide alternate dates. Additionally, the state respectfully requests that the parties be allowed to appear remotely based on the time and expense involved in traveling to Boise, Idaho. And that's what that's what they're going to court for. Defense counsel does not have an objection to a remote setting. I believe that they also wanted funds for having to go down to Boise. Finally, the state requests permission to file a response to the defendant's objection to the state's request for additional restitution filed on October 7th, 2025. That's what we read. On or before October 24th, 2025, the state is seeking additional information before filing a response. So I thought that if they could come up with an agreement, that they wouldn't need a restitution hearing, but I guess they need the judge to go ahead and enter the chat. They can't, come up with this on their own. Give them the restitution, Koberger. You're going to be in jail for the rest of your damn life. I know I think they can take 20% of his commissary. Well, I'm sure that what's her name? What was it? Hislop? Ashley Hislop? Ashley Hislop? Whatever her name was, the Hislop girl. I'm sure she'll send you some money. Holly Hislop. I don't know. Do you remember? You remember the lady that came forward and she was like, "I love Brian Koberger," and she had a kid. She had a teenage son. How embarrassing! How embarrassing! Oh my! Could you imagine if that was your mother? Oh my God, I couldn't. I feel so bad. I hopefully he ran away. Cypress Hill. I love that. Okay. So remember Brian said in his response, he said, if you guys set a hearing, don't worry about including me, pretty much. He's too busy, right? He's too busy to be messed with court hearings anymore. He is a busy man behind jail or prison bars sitting there. I think it's because he is a known on paper, and we all know it, we knew it, but we now know it, convicted murderer of 4. And I think that he doesn't want to be in front of anybody. Like that would, like he thinks it would judge him, and we would. So they're going to do this on November 5th. And it says the hearing will be held via Zoom, but it says the clerk will send out the invitation prior to the hearing date. So I don't think we're invited, which sucks because, I mean, we're still wanting to see stuff. I would love to see a restitution court hearing. Like they had the other one and we saw it, but I don't know. So we'll see what they end up doing. Those were giving me a headache already. So, oh, look, I'm all the way at the top of the dang chat over here. There we go. Okay, so I wanted to go over the state's exhibit list. Where should I put this? Oh, okay. So yeah, this is just the exhibit list that the state intended on using during trial. We've went through, actually, I don't want to make you guys dizzy, so I'll go through them and see what we went through so far. Okay. We went through the photographs. That was series 1, like the description of the photographs. And remember, I color coordinated everything. So then we went through like the autopsy kind of findings, not really autopsy findings. All right, this wasn't actually here. So never mind. I'm sorry. First, we went through, we'll do that again. We're going to do that again. Series 1 was photographs. And then series 2. Wow, we went through series 1 was long. Series 2. Well, hello, where is it? Series 1 was really this long? Yeah, it was. Okay. So series 2 was audio and video. Series 3 was documents, maps, and presentations. And now we are on series 4, which is save the best for last, physical evidence. So let me share this with you. Now, I did write some stuff over here to the right. Don't even worry about that. It looks like a cluster of nothing. I don't even know if you can even read that. But I wanted to put them in some sort of order, like, you know, I wanted to highlight them in some sort of order. So we did I did keep the highlighted order of the victims, but anything in blue could be Brian Koberger evidence, Ethan Chapin, or local businesses, or Jack Decor. I know that's a lot of people, so don't even worry if you don't remember that. The yellow is going to be like the house, like the King Road area. Green is for Xana. Purple is for, I put Kaylee and Dylan there. And then pink, I put Maddie and Bethany. So series 4 is like, I don't know, six pages. It's pretty long. So we'll go through these. This is the physical evidence. This is what we would have saw. Oh, what am I doing wrong? What is it? Oh, okay. The screen's too small. Is it making you dizzy? Okay. I'll change it. Let me see. Here, we'll go back to this one. This is the one that we had before. Okay. And I can blow it up more. It's at 200. Oh, I can't blow it up anymore. Can you guys read that? Sorry, I was on a different screen. It's so crazy because everybody has screens that move except for me. And I never usually like have anything that moves. And then I have something that moves and everyone hates it. That's crazy. Like, I'm telling you what, if you get like they would have like the flashy stuff and like the banners on the bottom and the, I'm like, that's a little too much. I guess I was shaking you up. No, I can't unless I take myself off the screen. Yeah, I mean, unless like I take me completely off. I guess I could put me down here. That might work. Okay. So series 4, physical evidence. The first one is, okay, I'm not going to read like the S4 that -1. That's just the states exhibit 4, number 1, I guess. But the K-bar knife and sheath sample, and that was what they were going to bring into court. They had bought one and they were going to bring it in and put it in some sort of like little box, remember? And they were going to like just have it as an exhibit so that people could see what the K-bar knife looks like. That's what that is. So then 1122 King Road diagram, 3D stacked floors. And then they went to, so the ground floor, level 2, level 3, the King Road model, 3D model, and it says demonstrative exhibit only. And that was the dollhouse that Ann Taylor, that's what she called it. Then they have map of the King Road area. And we have Moscow Police Department, item 1. We have the CDs and pictures from 11/13/22. We have fingerprint lifts from the kitchen window. We have fingerprint lifts from the kitchen window, and this is lab item number 52, 53, 54, and 55, and 56. Oh, wait, I'm sorry. So 52 through 54 is fingerprints lifted off of the kitchen window. So apparently, I mean, they're using these for evidence. So I don't know if they got a hit on these or what, but it says fingerprint lift, sliding glass door, lab item 55, fingerprint lift, door lock, lab item 56. And then item 8 was Xana's cell phone, and then Xana's MacBook, and then Maddie Mogan's MacBook. And then it says King Road K-bar knife sheath. Let me put the chat over on this side like I did last time. That way I can see y'all. Because when I'm on a different page, I can't see y'all. There we go. That's better. You guys are making me laugh. You guys are making me laugh in the comments. Okay. Okay, so then we've got the steak knife from the beer pong table, which we know that was Hunter. And then blood swab from above stairwell, blood swab half wall. Then we have another swab above the stairwell and one on the second floor study table. What study table? Like maybe Xana's room, like her desk. I don't know. Study table. Because there's nothing in the living room that would be that. Okay, so then we have, these are all going to be blood swabs, but I'm just going to say swab because I don't want YouTube to demonetize my channel, or whatever. Be like, you're bad. Okay, so swab on the second floor outside of bedroom door. Swab second floor on the floor. Swab living room smear on table. Upper floor banister. third floor bedroom door, third floor edge of door. And then we have silver laptop, second floor east bedroom, Dylan Mortensen. And then the pink laptop MacBook. I have one right there. Kaylee Gonzalez. King Road, Dell laptop, third floor west bedroom closet, Kaylee Gonzalez. And then they have here Dell laptop, first floor bedroom, Maddie Mogan. And then iPad, Bethany Funk. And I put this in green just because I think we do know where the west bedroom was. That was Xana's room. So it says blue powder, second floor, northwest bedroom. And the north is the front side of the house where the, not the back slider is, but the actual like front door. And then they have item number 57, Corner Club receipts, Gonzalez Villa Showalter. King Road phone, Xana Coronodal. King Road phone, Maddie Mogan. Corner Club DVD video. They have autopsy, right sock, Ethan Chapin. Left sock, Ethan Chapin. And I thought in the last set of documents, it sounded like he was only wearing one sock, but it looks like he had two, or at least two were near him. And then they have DNA blood card from Ethan. Right nail clipping from Ethan, left nail clipping, and then major crime prints, Ethan Chapin. Really, Play Nice? I never heard of that before. I don't know. Maybe. I don't know. So then we're going to go down to Xana Coronodal. She's in the green. So they wanted autopsy. They say underwear, DNA blood card, sweatshirt, nail clippings from the right, nail clippings from the left, SD card pictures, and then major crime prints. So a little bit different than when Ethan had. Wonder, like, wait, hold on, 1, 2. So there's 7 here with Xana. Okay. So Maddie has 7, Xana has 7 so far, and Ethan has 6, it looked like. So for Maddie, they wanted her shirt, her pants, the blood card, the nail clippings on the both right and left hand, SD card pictures, and then major crime prints. And then we have Kaylee. 1, 2, 8. There's 8 here. So they want the DNA blood card, the nail clippings on the right and left hand, the SD card pictures. It's because she had a sock on too. So t-shirt, pants, sock left, and then major crime prints for her. Yeah, let me know, Play Nice, whenever you find out, like whatever you find out. It's telling you spend too much. Play Nice is like, no, I didn't do that. That is crazy. Don't be blacklisted my channel yet, YouTube. Okay. So then we have, there's going to be a lot of buccal swabs that we're going to hear about in these documents. So the other night when I put on my title, like, so I thought we were going to get through all of this, but I didn't realize how long this document actually was until we started like really reading it. Even though I went through and highlighted it, I put alternate perps because I believe that these are the people that they had tested, like for, if that was their blood anywhere in the house or their DNA was anywhere in the house. And I think it just came back as no. Like, nope. No. Now, Jack Decor, I don't know. His could have been there. It could have been in Kaylee's room. It could have been anywhere in the house. But I mean, they were dating at one point. I could see his DNA being there plus Murphy. That would make sense, But they have DNA Jeremy on here. Jeremy Reagan, and I just about lost it when I saw Jeremy's name. I was like, oh, that poor guy. Remember the neighbor? He went to the police station and told him he'd give him his DNA, and they said they didn't want it. Well, apparently they took it. So a buccal swab for Jack DeCore. Autopsy SD pictures, Ethan Chapin. I don't know why it's down here, but it is. DNA swab for Bethany Funk. DNA swab for Dylan Mortensen. Then they wanted 1122 King Road. They wanted DNA swabs, finger, hand, face marks outside a kitchen window. They it says stained swab bottom handrail between first and second floor. That's pretty smart. Stained swabs top/edge of half wall second floor. King Road stained swabs floor near inside doorway of second floor bedroom. Stained swabs, that's what they're calling these. I don't know. I'm assuming blood, but objects from second floor bedroom. Stained swab inner edge third bedroom. Leighton lift cards, 6 of those. South kitchen window exterior. I wonder whose those were. The DNA swabs, entry hallway wall and kitchen wall. I don't know why that just made me think of someone just running into the wall, but they did. King Road video. And then cigarette butt, 2 of those for Jose Cruz. So whoever Jose Cruz is, they were looking at you, bro. John or Jack Showalter. Cole Barenberg. I mean, DNA extracts, John Showalter and Cole Barenberg. There's a lot more. So 500 Queen Road, blood swab, shower curtain. 500 Queen Road, blood swab, west wall, entering living room. 500 Queen Road, isn't that the apartments? So they took a buccal swab from Jeremy Reagan, Coy not got nine. I don't know how to say that. Sorry. Derek Agbenya, Patrick Butner, Courage. Why someone named their kid Courage? Courage Owl or Brew. I'm sorry about that, Courage. James Deskins, Henry Clark, Kenneth Anderson, Donald McDonald. We went through these names before. I'm sorry to laugh, but Donald McDonald, who did that? Who did that? And I thought my name was messed up. I'm sorry, but man. Mason Barstow, Reed Upmore. I'm sorry. That is funny though. Donald McDonald. Oh yeah, so 500 Queen, I believe, is the apartment complex right there on the other side of the road from King Road, or from because King. Okay, so King and Queen are the same when they reference like the house. Like even in the body cam footage, you'll hear some of the officers say we're at 1122 Queen Road. It's just because Queen and King kind of are like the same. I don't know. They connect, but they're like the same road. It's one of those just like those little weird roads, you know. So you know the apartment building that's right beside like there's like 2 apartments. So okay, like if you're standing outside of the King Road home and you're looking at the front door, right? And you look to your left, there's that road that Koberger went up and he parked behind their house. On the other side of that road, there's 2 apartments right there. Wonder if I could grab that video for you guys. Let me see. Wait, that was wrong. Yeah. Because Kaylee went there and did a drive around for us. If I can find it. Am I on the right? Wait, hold on. No, I'm not on the right email. That could probably help. Oh, thank you so much. Play Nice, thank you. I appreciate that. Play Nice is like, Play Nice is like, I sleuthed it. I sleuthed it and I found out. Okay, let me see if it's. Oh, she sent me so much. It's so nice. Okay, right here. Oh, wait, there's a problem. Download that. I guess I just had to download it. Okay. So let me see here. Okay. It's just me. Don't let me scare you. Okay. This is the video. And I'll pause it when I see it. But this is her going up Taylor. Or down, up, down. Oh, no, this is Taylor right here. Sorry. And then this is King Road right here. See the brick buildings that she's coming up on? That is 500 Queen. It's like a 2-minute video. I'll just let it play. Yeah, I actually looked inside of them, actually. So this is the way that, Brian would have went. And then there they are right there. So these buildings right here. My school colors were purple and gold. Ugliest school colors ever. This is about done. You can even see the water tower over there. You know who I didn't see? I didn't see Enan Harsh in any of these, like, things from the police. Let's go back to that. Like, we have all these people, but you know what I mean? Because he was putting himself out there. So, but then we have print exemplars from Dylan. They wanted her fingerprints so that they can rule out what, if they're her fingerprints, right? She lives there. It says King Road thumb drive video of search, King Road DNA swab, front strap of K-bar sheath, DNA swab back of K-bar sheath. Then we have nail clippings for the right and the left fingernail from Maddie Mogan. Must just kind of like not be in order, or it must have been in their sort of order that they wanted it to be in, I guess. And then we have 2 DNA extracts there. It doesn't say who, what, where, when, why, none of that. So I'm not sure. Then Brian was driving much faster than that. Yeah, he was. He was out of there. He looked like me whenever I was late for work. That's how I used to drive. I used to drive like a crazy person when I was younger. Not anymore. So then they have the 2015 Honda. Oh wait, actually, I think we missed some. Okay, so yeah, right here. King Road DVD photos, 2nd floor east bedroom. And then we have the Cafe Aristia video, Corner Club receipts, Grub Truck receipts for Kaylee Gonzalez, and then 2015 Hyundai Elantra key, Brian Koberger medical gloves recovered from shorts. Didn't know that before today. Didn't know they recovered medical gloves from his shorts when he was arrested. He done had, I don't know if I'm telling you, if he took that trash out with them gloves and then he took those gloves off and he put those gloves in his pockets, I will be forever scarred from that. That is not OCD thing to do. But he probably did that. Or if they were just an extra pair, maybe you like to have an extra pair. But yeah. Did you guys know they recovered from his shorts? I didn't know. I had no clue. But yeah. Let me see here. So then we have the WSU sweatshirt from person. Then we have Under Armour shorts from person, because this is what he was wearing, whenever he went when he went to jail. Which I wonder if we'll see that body cam. I would love to see that as well. So then we have the Hyundai Elantra insurance card from center console, compartment A. Car registration and car receipts found in glove compartment. Receipts found on floor, compartment E. Guess they're just making that a compartment. AT&T, this is from his parents' house. AT&T bill, room D. I think his room was room K, if I'm not mistaken. Vehicle paperwork from folder, room C. Books inside backpack, room D. Hat and mask, room K. Identification documents, room K. Clear glove, room K. Books and license, room K closet. Why'd you put your license in there? WSU documents, room G. Swab from bucket in garage. Phone data, Brian Koberger. 12/30/22, Dylan Mortensen interview. And then they got Connor and Jack's prints. Got their prints. Hyundai Elantra key fob from Brian Koberger's vehicle, key ring. King Road photos from 12/3/2023. Washington DMV license receipts. They want the video. They want the photograph of Brian Koberger. They want the DVD vehicle identification charts provided by the FBI. They want the vehicle identification charts, the hard copy. Okay. Post Falls Police Department hard drive, laptop, and iPad extractions from devices taken from 1122 King Road. This is all the stuff that they were going to bring in. The state was going to bring in. Pennsylvania State Police hard drive. They spelled Pennsylvania wrong, but that's okay. Then we have we have 2 DNA extracts and then 1 DNA extracts for Cole Beringberg. Then Verizon DVD. We have Bethany Funk and Ethan Chapin's phone records. So they're I guess, with Verizon. Then we have T-Mobile, Dylan Mortensen and Kaylee Gonzalez's phone records. Item number 733 is the Amazon K-Bar purchased by ISP, the K-Bar sharpener purchased by ISP, and the Amazon supplements purchased by ISP, because they wanted to order the same thing that Brian had ordered when he ordered the K-Bar knife. So they ordered the K-Bar knife, which comes with the sheath, the K-Bar sharpener, and the supplements. Then we're going to bring in Dylan Mortensen's interview on 11/17/22, and then back to Brian Koberger's parents' house in 19 Lambsden. They want thumb drives, aerial photos, security gate information, WSU parking records, Amazon DVD click activity for user Brian Koberger. 1455 Bishop Avenue, Chevron video, Cafe Aristia video, Sunset Mart video, Washington DMV, Moscow Bagel Shop video, Corner Club video, US Chef Store video, 755 Indian Hills video. I don't know why they want Corner Club video, really. Just to show that the victims were there. I mean, I don't know. 1125 Ridge Road. They want that video, or they had it. 770 North Grand Mobile Gas. 787 Indian Hills. Jack Decor's phone records. Dylan Mortenson's interview from 11/17. 22 again on there. WSU parking. Hyundai Elantra plate data. PayPal DVD data for Brian Koberger. Latah County Jail calls and notes for 11/5, when he got his attorney, really, pretty much, 2023 to 8/2/2023. I'd like to see those too, please. Yeah, he was in all black, yeah. Black WSU sweatshirt, black Under Armour shorts, I think black Under Armour underwear even, and black Under Armour socks. And I think he had a t-shirt on too. Yeah, he was like overly dressed. I remember that. Like, dude, you wasn't sleeping. And he had his shoes on. He was ready to run. He was ready to run. I like the song. Like the country song. Okay. So I would very much like to see the Latah County calls and notes for January 5th through August the 2nd. Would love that. I wonder why they want it for that specific time. It's kind of, crazy. iCloud data for Brian Koberger. TikTok data for Dylan Mortenson and Bethany Funk. OneDrive data for Brian Koberger. Brian Koberger photos of search warrant on person. And then they went to the house and with the vehicle pictures for the VIN number. And I won't do the VIN number, but it's long. Oh, wait, these are different. So I guess these vehicles, well, I mean, I'm not telling people what to do, but this would be easy to find out. These are different VIN numbers, so they're different vehicles. I don't know if any of these are Brian's or if they're his parents and his sister, or him and his sister, or him and his parents. But wait, there's another one. This is different too. Vehicle pictures. So there's 1, 2, 3, 4 cars. I wonder who the 4 people are. Pictures of residents. King Road video from 04:45 to 12:05. They want the King Road. They want video documentation of camera repair. Oh, 1112. That's they didn't really repair the camera. They just put the plug-in part on it and prayed for it to work, and it did. So then they want Instagram data for Ethan, Dylan, and Bethany, which I thought that was kind of strange that they only wanted it for those 3. Why not Xana, Kaylee, or Maddie? Also, there's another thing that makes me like, so then there's Dylan Mortenson Cellbrite records. And then this kind of surprised me because is Brian's oldest sister not going to be interviewed or anything or be a part of this? Because we have not seen her in a long time. But it says Amanda Koberger interview, Marianne Koberger interview, and Michael Koberger interview. We're missing one. We're missing a Koberger. Hey, Maggie, welcome in. Hey, Envision. Welcome in, everybody. I don't know why it doesn't tell me, like, there we go. I was like, I don't know how many people were in here. It wouldn't let me, like, tell over here. So then we have here MPD item. So this is going to be autopsy, x-rays, and then the other one's just a cleaner copy, it says. But they want the autopsy x-rays for Ethan, Kaylee, Xana, and Maddie. Latah County jail call for, it just says jail call, but jail calls for 4/17 to 4/30, 2023. Is there like an important date between those? No. 5/1, 2023 to 6/3, 2023. And then 2/23/23 to 3/19/24. It's crazy. So then we have high resolution finger palm prints. King Road video extended 11/13 to 11/18. Instagram. Okay. Additional data for Ethan, Bethany, Dylan, Kaylee, Xana, and Maddie. Okay. There they all are. I should have known that because I did that. I highlighted that. Then they have the King Road DNA extracts for K-bar knife sheath, hard drive data from FBI, RCFL, hard drive RCFL findings, hard drive Hyundai Elantra, RCFL data. So it must have been the data that they extracted from the car. Thumb drives, gray key extractions, selected results for gray key extractions, hard drive reports for Brian Koberger's cell phone, CastViz DVD logs, don't know what that is. Print exemplars from Dylan Mortensen again. Print exemplars, Emily Atlant, Hunter Johnson, John Showalter, Connor Chestnut, Maddie Mogan, Xana Kernodle, Ethan Chapin, and Kayla Gonzalez. Now we're going back to Pennsylvania, and we're going to Brian Koberger's house. They had a Samsung phone, Brian Koberger, and they have it was located in room M. Samsung hard drive, room K. Samsung hard drives, room K. Acer laptop, Brian Koberger, room K. Latah County Jail, Brian Koberger's call, mail, and notes. Sign me up. How much do you want for him? That's probably the $20,000. Yeah, so Maggie, I put in a FOIA. It was $20,000 in the beginning of the case, but then they already released a lot of stuff. Like a lot of the other agencies, like they were all going together, supposedly, to do that. That's what they told me, kind of. But I just did another FOIA. I was like, let's see what they're going to tell me how much it is now, right? Because they've already put out so much. And I'll just try to FOIA the things that are important, right? If I need to. If they come back and they're like 15,000 or 10,000 or any kind of thousand, it's going to be a hard no. But I will go back and be like, how much for this video of Brian Koberger going back to the scene the next morning? Because no one has that. No, I haven't seen it. I want to see it. I don't even see it in the paperwork. Better be somewhere. So then digital fingerprints, Bethany Funk. Like I don't need Bethany's fingerprints. Like that's, you know what I mean? Like, I guess I just need to pick and choose. I want to know what he's talking to his parents about. I want like the jail calls, his notes. I want all that kind of stuff. That would be, I feel like, good to have, because like we want to know how people work and how they people are fascinated with true crime because they want to know why other people could do this to other people. Also, they want to know like why is the way their minds working make them do that. And those would be some good things to have. So it says 2015 Hyundai Elantra vegan supplements. Oh, that was it. We went through that pretty quick. Vegan supplements. Ugh. I take supplements and they be tasting bad. I couldn't imagine having some vegan ones. Ooh. Yeah, it was 20,000. It was, yeah. I was like, ugh. I was like, I'm not going to my people and asking them for 20,000 or anybody for 20,000. That would be like craziness, you know? And then they started bringing stuff out. So they have a bunch of, we went through them the other night. They have a bunch of new documents and like just other things that were involved in the case. And they have 14 days after the judge puts out the list of documents that he's going to release for them to say, oh, hold on, we want to redact this or that. If they don't say anything, he's just letting loose, he said. He's just letting them fly. Other than crime scene photos that have the victims in them, they did win that. they are going to redact the victims, fully redact them, and anything that's like blood related, that's in the general vicinity around them. Now they're not going to redact the whole room. They said, like, if there's something here or there, like that's just how it is. But they are trying to do as much as they can. Now, personally, I really wish that they could redact Maddie's body and show the sheath, like the officer finding the sheath. I think that would put a lot of speculation and stuff. Like, I mean, granted, I guess he could have walked in there, put the sheath down, walk back out, walk back in. But you know what I mean? Like, I don't know. There's a lot of people that just say that they planted that sheath. And it's just, I think that would help their case in a way. So, hey, BKC. Oh, we shouldn't care what he eats. He got mad because he missed they took off like 2 hot dogs off his plate. And he was like, I'm a vegan. You better give me some more cake or something. I don't know. Cake has egg in it, but you know what I mean? What does he eat? I wonder what he eats there. We're going to have to look up the menu one time. We're going to look up the menu here soon. One of these times we have a live on this. Okay. I was just making sure there was nothing. That was nothing new. Okay. So yeah, I did find these clips and I thought we would like just kind of go through them and listen to them. I was listening to it earlier. I thought it was interesting. Thanks everybody for your opinions on my background. I'm glad I didn't like shock anybody, no seizures or anything tonight, but we're back. We're back to the slow, calm. Actually, I wasn't looking at that background. It probably would have got to me too. He gets a vegan plate, but I mean, like they're not going to go like out of their way, I feel like, right? So I would just see it being kind of like you get more beans and we're taking your hot dogs off or whatever the meat is, right? Like say it's chicken patties or something. They take off the chicken patty and they give them some more like, mac and cheese. I don't know what he eats, but I was a vegetarian, but not a vegan. I don't think I could be a vegan. That would be so hard. Be hard. Let me refresh this page. These guys are actually together. They're very whoops, I gotta share it with you. They're very interesting. So okay, I'm gonna pause it for commentary and everything. I'm gonna put the link for the well, I'm not gonna put the link for the channel.
Now, when did you
I just took the URL out. How do I do it? Undo. Oh, look there, I did it. I swear. I'm glad you caught it live too. Welcome in. Welcome in, everybody. Okay, so I was telling you this is Danny Jones Clips. You'll have to go over and subscribe to him. He does all different kinds of videos. He does like conspiracies and just different cases, but not like a lot of true crime, but like a couple. There's a few. I don't know. I don't know how long he's been around for, but I was going through his videos earlier. Yeah, I don't know. So there's 2 different videos. This one is the little bit of the longer one. It's 15 minutes. And then there's another one. But we'll go through it and we'll talk about it. It has Joseph Scott Morgan in it. So he says top forensic expert reveals what police missed in Idaho 4 murders. What did they miss, Joe Scott Morgan? Ashley, are you here? We're playing your man.
Why did you decide to do a deep dive on the Idaho case?
It was a number of reasons. First off, I started covering Idaho on national news platforms. I've been on, I think, every single one of them. I'm pretty sure I have been every major network.
He's adorable.
Over that period of time. I started covering this thing the day after it happened. I think I was up at probably, matter of fact, there's like a show that Fox does that's a precursor to Fox and Friends. I don't even know if they still do Fox and Friends, but
yeah, I didn't know anything about this case until a couple weeks ago. I started seeing the guy's face on TV, and I guess it happened a long time ago. And
2002, November
2000.
He just now, this guy, I don't know how old he is. I wonder. He looks young, but I mean, he looks like he could be in his 30s. But he didn't hear about this case. He's been living in this Koberger free world all this time. I don't know what that would even feel. I don't even know what that feels like. But it's crazy. He didn't even know about this case until a few weeks ago.
Too. And then I knew nothing until Julian told me about it. Shout out to by the way, shout out to Julian Dory introducing us.
God bless him. Yeah, please check him out.
Yeah, he's amazing.
He is a good guy.
He knew everything. When I listened to you guys discuss this, and he knew every single detail. He knew like the kid's freaking first, last, and middle name, every single one of them. He knew what they all had for breakfast that morning. I don't know anything about this case.
From a personal perspective, let me tell you why this case affected me. And I cover a lot of cases, all right, in the news. This case affected me personally, which is not a good idea, because I'm a college professor.
I knew it. I knew that was what he was going to say.
My son at that point in time was a sophomore in college. And the university where I teach in Alabama at Jacksonville State was, it's roughly the same size as their university. It's a rural university. Many first generation students, those sorts of things. We have that commonality. These are not kids that are striving to get into Harvard. These are kids that are looking to get a degree so they can go out into the world and be a nurse or a teacher, or, they just want to live that solid middle class life. Or business degree, and so we had a lot of similarities with that. And when the information began to kind of leach out, if you will, regarding the suspected brutality that had taken place in this house, and no one knew who did it, because this place is in such an isolated spot that they don't have this kind of thing happen. It's not like it's in downtown Philly, all right? No insult to Philly, but I'm just saying, it's not like you've got this huge population of suspects that are out there. You're going to have kind of a very narrow, spectrum here. Who would do this? And, there are all kinds of things that were floating around at that point in time, that it was, there was allegedly had been a fight at a fraternity, which this house, the off-campus house, was not too far away from Fraternity Row. Then we heard about stalkers. Then we heard about jealous boyfriends. We heard this litany of who people thought that it could be. But for me, I began to look at this thing, and it broke my heart for these families. And the kids, but the families, because families are left behind, and you send your kid off to college, you don't expect them to be stabbed 50 times, which it turns out one of these victims was. One of them was stabbed 50? Yeah, another was stabbed over 30 with disfigurement, blunt force trauma to the face, and sharp force injuries to her face as well. It's hard to comprehend that's going to happen, and in this weird house that they lived in. It's like if you go to any college campus, pretty much you're going to have weirdo housing that surrounds it. You're going to have, these off-campus rental homes that have been lived in by generations of people that have gone to school there, and they do these weird add-ons. This thing was particularly weird.
I ain't never seen an add-on like that. I mean, I don't even know if that was legal. To have that balcony with no stairs going down it, I think that's not legal.
Because it was built, the original house was built where it was kind of carved into a bank, like a hill. Right. And it was originally a 2-story structure. And then they added a third layer. I'd actually been on the air on one program with a gentleman who was the former Attorney General for the state of Idaho, as well as former Lieutenant Governor of Idaho. And dig this, man, he had actually been to this house before, because one of his fraternity brothers, he was there for homecoming. One of his fraternity brothers his kid was living in the same house years ago when it was only a 2-story structure. And he was even telling us then, it's like, yeah, it was kind of a weird, but you expect that at a college town because landlords want to try to squeeze as many butts into these places as they can to make a dime.
Exactly.
Nothing wrong with that, brother. Mm-hmm. And so they added this third floor. Yeah. And, I began to think about it from, how did this person know the layout of the structure?
Yeah.
Because it's this weird thing where they've got on what would be called the ground level, there's a parking pad.
Do you think he went on Zillow? Like, do you think I wasn't in true crime very long when this case started, but I wouldn't have known to go to Zillow until I think I heard something about him. I don't know. I don't know how I heard someone went to Zillow and Zillow wasn't working. And I found it on College Pads. And it was like an old version of the house. Like they had the pictures from when it was like a 2-story, I believe. I'll have to find those pictures, actually. I wonder if they still have it up on there.
Where you can park your car. There's a digital pad to gain access to the bottom floor door. Apparently everybody knew the passcode for this thing.
Of course.
Yeah, it's college, man.
Right.
They're not gonna.
Kids are going in and out.
Yeah.
Boyfriends, ex-boyfriends,
showing up for parties and whatnot. And the second
drug dealers.
No comment. But yeah, you're right. Anybody that wanted to come in there, hey, there's going to be a party at so and so. You don't know who's going to be in the house.
Right.
I mean, it could be anybody.
Sure, of course.
Second floor had sliding glass doors, and that was facing the remainder of the hill. You could step off of that second floor through the sliders and walk up the hill behind the house.
It was like woods behind the house or something?
Yeah, it's kind of like a tree line. And if you imagine kind of an amphitheater style, that's the way I've always envisioned it, kind of.
See if you can find a diagram of the house to give us a cool visual, or like I'm sure there's been like recreations or animations of the whole thing that shows like the house on the hill with all that and the bedroom layout.
You look at this thing, and when I think my first true view of it was an old Zillow view of it, where, you're trying to rent the thing. People,
he even said Zillow.
They had this view of all of these rooms. It's like, geez, man, in the dark of night, somebody's going to negotiate this thing when all the lights are off in the house. When all the lights are off in the house, how do you have that kind of information?
Steve, that's like one floor. See if you can find like a side view of the whole. There we go. That's like a 3D view right there.
Okay. It's not on College Pads anymore. It says, like, when you go on there, it says, when you search, it says, please select a valid location. Okay, hit okay. Let's go to 1112. Put a valid location. Maybe I need to put in the whole thing, like Moscow. It's saying, please select a valid location. I mean, okay. And then we go to this one. It's neither of those locations. Maybe it's because they're not on there, like available. But like, what if I just put in Moscow? Oh wait, University of Idaho was already in there. And then it made me spell it, put it on it. Okay. I mean, there are places. Okay, I don't see anything that's close to there, though. Okay.
Well, keep looking. Find some. Yeah. Sorry. Continue.
How are you going to know how to navigate your way through this? Because
Oh, that's what I was going to say too, really quick. Sorry. The whole thing about the stair, like the step down by Dylan's room, that is like what gets me, is knowing that step. So to me, I feel like he would have had to have gone on like College Pads or Zillow or like one of those. Do you know what I mean? In order to get that.
If you enter on the parking pad, you go up, there's a landing, you kind of switch back and go up, and there's a second floor up there. Then once you get to the second floor, which you've got 2 bedrooms in the bottom, you got 2 bedrooms on the second floor. In addition to that, you've also got like a great room that's a dining area. kitchen. It's like a fireplace, so it's like a gathering area. There's, matter of fact, there's kind of this famous shot where you can look through the window and see the table in the dining area. It's covered with Solo cups.
Beer pong.
Yeah, exactly. You're thinking, well, these kids,
There we go.
Yeah. So when you look at that, you can see the interior of the place. And in addition to that, you appreciate that there's another staircase that goes up internally where you're going to have to negotiate that third floor and try to understand who's up there.
Right.
How are you going to be able to do that without having prior knowledge of this place?
Pause it on the view of the house, Steve, that you were just on. Okay. So it's a maze. If for somebody who's not intimately familiar with the house, or hasn't been there before, it would be tough.
That hasn't been there before, it would be tough. Yes. Yeah. And what's really kind of chilling about this, and again, this is one thing that really kind of really impacted me. There's this TikTok that
I would hit it every time.
These girls that lived here put together, and they're imitating one another. Like it's a comedy kind of thing that they're doing, where they're imitating, how the behavior of their roommates. This one is very stoic. This one is like always anxious. This sort of thing. They're imitating one another. And Danny, the entire time, this thing is like panning around, and everybody had access to this. It's like panning around. You can kind of see the layout of that second floor. And it was so chilling to me in the world that we currently live in. I don't know about you, man, but it's like a place I lived in college. You wouldn't know anything about the interior of my house unless I specifically invited you over. Maybe you were one of my buddies, came over, we drank beer together, hung out. Other than that, it's not going to be broadcast to the entire damn world. And so you have,
and they were posting these TikToks before the murder happened.
Oh yeah.
I'm sorry. What year did this happen again?
2022.
2022. Okay.
Yeah. 2022. So you've got this environment, and people have an awareness of the interior of this thing. I think the big question, and maybe one of the things that is going to be, I don't know if it'll ever be answered at this point, but
oh wow, he's my age.
What knowledge, what foreknowledge?
That guy, he's 39. I just looked it up just because I was curious.
Knowledge did he have of this place, this reptile that went in there and did this?
Yeah.
What kind of knowledge did he have of the layout of it? And there's been a lot of talk about this individual had cruised by this house multiple times in the preceding weeks. They pinged his phone at a variety of locations, or found it, that he's kind of circling the area. Did he ever make his way in there? And if he is in a hide above the house, okay, and I dig this, he's in that back area. He's in that brush line. At night, it's like going to a drive-in movie.
Because the house is all lit up, and it's
All
glass walls.
Yeah. And so Kaylee and Maddie that are in the top bedroom, it's believed that one of the two of them were his actual target. Most people believe it was Maddie.
Do we have any idea why he would have targeted one of those girls?
Um,
Again, for people who are familiar with
he's
this
a
case, I'm
vegan.
sorry for the dumb questions.
No. He's a vegan, and there's a restaurant in Moscow, which I found out you have to pronounce Moscow, not Moscow. They take exception to that, so you have to think Costco. So Moscow. She worked at the Mad Greek restaurant, and some people believe that he had contact with her there, saw her there. That's just one theory that's been thrown out. There's multitude of other theories, everything from
He was a vegan.
yeah, he was, and he makes a big deal out of it. The old adage about how do you know somebody's a vegan? They tell you.
Right.
Yeah. And so they had a vegan menu. The question is, I think one of the big questions is, this lizard was a student in Pullman, Washington at Washington State University, which by all accounts is only 10 miles away.
Mm-hmm.
What the hell are you doing in Moscow, Idaho?
Right.
And he is at the beginning of his of his PhD program. For people that are not familiar with PhD programs, particularly if you're thinking about like something like criminology, which he went there to study, for your first year, you're like an indentured servant, and you have a supervisor. You're assisting with teaching, which he was a TA. You're meeting with an advisor. It's very labor intensive, but yet he's got enough time to go to, and again, it's only 10 miles away. Some people say 8, 10, drive across state lines and then kind of orbit this one location over and over and over again. You know, what's up with that relative to his behaviors? Because if he is in a PhD program, he's committed to it. How do you have time to do this?
Yeah.
Because the work is so very intense.
This guy had no history of any weird stuff, nothing.
Well, I mean, he wasn't doing much at school. He was getting in trouble. I mean,
he was a former heroin addict.
Oh,
yeah, I guess
that though. I
don't know if that feeds into it. I know former
me
heroin
too.
addicts that don't go in and commit mass murder. Some of the most gentle people I know had a problem with heroin in the past, and they kicked it.
Yeah.
So that's not, I don't think you can use that to indict him.
Definitely not.
But he sent out questionnaires. He had gone to undergraduate and graduate school at DeSales University in Pennsylvania, which is where he hails from. And he had sent out this questionnaire to violent offenders in prisons. And it was, and I mean really violent offenders, asking questions about, what did you feel? What did you feel, before you committed this act? What did you feel after you committed this act? Oh, by the way, what did you do to clean up? What did you do to, get any evidence, get rid of any? And that was kind of the nature of this questionnaire. And the thing about it is you can take that and kind of mask it in academic pursuits and push that thing out there like that.
Okay. I'm like pausing one and playing another. I think that was a pretty good like little interview that they did, just to, like back and forth, talk, especially if you don't really know the case. There's like 2 clips that I saw that they did. Now there was they did like a full episode. It was like an hour and a half long or something like that. I couldn't find it on his channel, but I might not have scrolled down far enough. It could have been a little bit longer than I thought. But yeah, I don't think that they really said that there wasn't any connections that they could find between Koberger and the victims. They said they didn't know if it was the house or if it was the people in the house. Personally, it could have been the house. I mean, like, we went through a walkthrough before the pictures came out of Brian's house, but we did a walkthrough of his house compared to the house at 1122 King Road. And it did seem like it was like a different atmosphere, right, between the two. So maybe he was upset with, people. Maybe he, targeted the house for the people that were having so much fun and living their best lives in the house. Because it seemed like he was very unhappy person with himself, with everything around him. I mean, even back when he was 16, he's writing how it's going to be his last Christmas with his family. And I'm like, but that doesn't make no damn sense. You're only 16. What's going on? Hey, Marcella. But yeah, so we'll see. And then they do have that hearing coming up too, which I think that the restitution will probably, I don't know what they'll probably do, but they'll probably just give it to them. I would assume they're going to try to play, and they're going to try to bring an account that they have the GoFundMes, and then that should, pay for that. But GoFundMe and the courts aren't really like on the same page. You know what I mean? So I think that they're going to say that the GoFundMe doesn't matter, and that I think he'll have to end up paying it. I mean, they said something like along the lines of he didn't know he was going to have to pay this here. He thought he already like had his like what he was like, agreeing to, but I don't know. Okay, so this one's just shorter. I just wanted to show you guys these little clips in these videos because I thought they were pretty good. And this one should be, I didn't get to watch this one, but it should be a little bit different than the other one. Okay, yeah, it's why did Brian Koberger leave the two?
This is going to be
the two Idaho murder victims unharmed, meaning the survivors.
For lack of a better term, it's going to be a bloody mess. Dylan, the gold figure that they have in this diagram that's right there, she's the one that saw him. She made the description, now kind of infamous description of him being the guy with the
bushy eyebrows.
Interestingly enough, when
he's wearing a mask, right?
He's wearing a balaclava. It's one of these things, a balaclava that you pull over your head. All you can see are the eyes.
Okay.
What is that like? What is that cartoon on Adult Swim with the guy with the one eye? Do you know what I'm talking about? Or he has like something right there, and he looks like he's wearing a balaclava. I can't think of the cartoon. It's one of the oldest running ones on there. I never watch Adult Swim like ever. I never watch cartoons, but it's on there, and I know one of you guys will know what I'm talking about. It's like it has the girl from it has the woman from Married with Children in it, and she has like the purple hair. I know one of y'all will know what I'm talking about. That every time he says balaclava, that's what I think of. I think of that character. I'm about to look it up. Futurama. Is that what it is? Yeah. Futurama. That's what it is. Can we look them up? This guy. Oh, yeah. Okay. Okay. I guess he has teeth, but still, this is what he reminds me. I don't know why it's making me laugh so hard. This guy in the middle. Every time I hear balaclava, that's what I think of. I think of this guy right here. I don't know his name, but he's always getting into trouble. That's who it reminds me of.
Hunters wear them.
Like a ski mask.
Yeah, kind of like a ski mask, but it's made out of, it's not neoprene, whatever, like Under Armour.
Like rash guard material.
Yeah, exactly. Here's an interesting thing that in the victim impact statements.
And she was in the doorway standing there, and he looked at her and just continued to walk right past her.
Yeah. And I've got
strange.
Well, I think that first off, remind me to come back to the eyebrows, but while we're on this topic, just let me tell you what had happened in my humble opinion. This is what in the old days they would refer to as a lust murder. I think that probably he had set his sights on one of the young women up in that top room. He did not expect to find the other one. And he attacked her on the bed. He probably had some kind of fantasy worked out in his mind where he's going to sexually attack her. He didn't count on two women being up there. Mm-hmm. Not that he's in his right mind, but I don't think anybody in their right mind would go into that environment armed only with a knife, and you've got to go head to head with two people, even if they are smaller than you and they're women.
Right.
He is sexually stimulated before he goes in there, and
How do you know?
Because I think that this is one of the drivers behind what he had done. I think that that's the only logical conclusion that you can reach. A lot of people have stated over the years, not just me.
They don't have a son of Sam law, but he cannot. Brian Koberger, they have their own law. Brian Koberger cannot profit off of any book, movie, anything like that. He can't profit off of any of that stuff. It's just like a son of Sam. So yeah, no, he can't do any of that. He can't have somebody like write a book for him, like Catherine Ramsland, and give him the profits or anything like that. Like he ain't allowed to do that. They'll take his profits and they'll give it right to the victims. So victim's family. So that's always good. We actually read it in a document the other day too.
But the fact that it doesn't necessarily have to.
Because Jennifer Coffendorfer put on her Twitter, she put the document on there and put everything. She was like, but he's gonna make money off of this, and that. And I'm like, it's right in the document. I was like, did you read the document, Jennifer? That's what I said. I was like, it's right in the document. It says that he can't.
To do with this case, but stabbings in particular, when you get multiple stabbings, the knife actually substitutes as a phallus. So as this knife is being driven in over and over and over and over again, there's like some kind of psychological release.
Right.
I think that he was probably sexually stimulated. He went up there. He's got this adrenaline bump that he goes up on. And as he didn't count on the other person. So he's now murdered 2 people face to face with them with this really robust combat knife made specifically for this purpose. Marine Corps has used it for years and years. As he descends, he is spent. Well, Xana, who was in bed with her boyfriend, Ethan, some believe that she heard Kaylee cry out, there's somebody in the house. She gets up. She's just taken a food delivery.
I think she was already heading towards the kitchen with that food. Because the food's in the kitchen, right? If she would have heard something from Kaylee from her bedroom, her food bag would most likely be in her bedroom and not in the kitchen.
Jack in the Box, food delivery from one of these food delivery services. She's up. She hears something upstairs, comes to the staircase.
Did she delete that post?
And walks partially up it. As he's exiting that top bedroom, he sees her. And then he proceeds to chase her back into her bedroom, stabs her over 50 times. I mean, she is just decimated. She's grabbed the blade multiple times. She's tried to parry his thrust, with her arm. She's got slices on her arms.
Good Lord.
Goes over, kills Ethan. Ethan's asleep in bed. We don't know what, I think a lot of people are wondering, because they'd been out partying, they're wondering what his blood alcohol level was.
He must have been killed first, right? Because he would have woken up. Sure.
Either that or inebriation. Don't really know, because they haven't released any of the information. You have to be able to explain it scientifically, though, and that's the two. Yeah. That's kind of the supposition here. Was the question to ask is what did he have on board? He's underage. He's not old enough to drink. So we don't think that he's probably got a long history of drinking. I don't know about you, but, the first time alcohol passes your lips when you're young, you don't have the same tolerance, say, for instance.
He's blacked out.
Yeah. Well, I don't know that for a fact, but maybe. Mm-hmm. And maybe to the point where he has no awareness that what's going on. But she's struggling in there, man. Xana is. And he's finished that brutality off. As he's exiting,
50 stab wounds. Over 50, that's ridiculous. It's overkill.
Gotten another adrenaline bump at this. It's survival mode at this point. I've got to put as much distance between myself and this house as I possibly can. He steps back out. Dylan gets up out of bed again. She came to the door a couple of times. This is when she meets him eye to eye, and she sees over the balaclava, or within that framework of the balaclava, the bushy eyebrows. Yep. And he did have bushy eyebrows. Mm-hmm. Keep that term in mind, because I said did have bushy eyebrows. When Kaylee Gonzalez's sister got up, and this is one of the most powerful moments, her name is Olivia, spelled with an A, Olivia. Mm-hmm. She asked him, and it's a rhetorical question because she's addressing him directly. She says, when did you start plucking your eyebrow? When did you start pulling your eyebrows out? Because if you see him now, he's kind of very thin.
He was doing that.
Her thought was that he sat there just plucking his eyebrows out by hand.
He had to have, because they would not give him he would not have no tweezers up in the jail. Okay. They give you a razor, that is like, doesn't have the little soap thing on it, like one of them disposable razors without the little soap strip. Like they're that bad, the one blade. And you get it for like 10 minutes. And then they come back and they collect that because they can't have you having any razor blades. So I don't think he was shaving them. I think he was definitely pulling them.
Over and over to try to,
I think it was
knock
an
that
OCD
down
thing.
in some way. She, she had insight into him. She really made him squirm as he's sitting in that chair and he's having to listen to all of this. And she just knocked it out of the park. I recommend anybody go and listen to this impact statement she's made. It might be one of the most powerful things I've heard.
Olivia?
Yeah. Olivia Gonzalez, that I have heard in a courtroom. And I've been covering cases, live trials for a long time with Court TV and Law and Crime Network. I've
And this
never
is where
heard
she's-
anything
this is where
like
she's
it.
questioning him in the courtroom.
Well, she's not questioning him. She's direct, and she has planned these things out. I mean, she's
It's a
got
statement.
Yeah, it's a statement. How victim impact statement, and because he's rolled over on this. He said that he pleads guilty to 4 counts, 4 counts of homicide, and also an additional count of burglary, with the intent to commit homicide. By the way, yeah, and it was just it took. The whole thing, I think a lot of people really got antsy over this case. First off, that you had a madman running around the countryside here. It couldn't be solved or resolved fast enough. You add the internet into this, the digital world. And so it's really weird with these cases, Danny, that you see there's like a fire that has lit in like the true crime community, or people that are just curious, why haven't you done anything yet? Why haven't you? They catch this guy within 6 weeks. All right. There are a lot of cases out there that are unsolved to this day that may have happened several years back. It couldn't happen fast enough for people. So, I mean, law enforcement really did their job here.
Yeah.
And then
I want to see a photo of him in like a few months in the prison when they send him over to Gen Pop or something. I want to see them eyebrows then. I bet you they're so grown out. I bet you there's a big unibrow going. I bet you he just lets them all just flow in, because, I mean, why not?
they tie him back through his through forensic genetic genealogy, through the trash pull that they did at his house there in the Poconos at his parents' house. It came back to his dad, and so by a process of elimination, it was him.
Okay, so make sure you go and view that guy. He has some good content. Okay, I had to like blur. It's kind of blurry because I had to zoom in. But this is where it says about him not profiting off any books. It's right at the bottom. It's the last line. It says State versus Garcia, 166 Idaho 661 2020. Okay. Under Idaho law, he will never be able to profit by way of book, movie, or entertainment of any kind. See Idaho Code Section 19-5301. So, what was it? 19-53. Okay. It says here, Idaho Code 19-5301 concerns the distribution of money received as a result of a crime. This law, sometimes called a Son of Sam law, prohibits criminals from profiting from their crimes and dictates how any funds they may receive, such as through book deals or media appearances, must be distributed. The funds are often used to compensate victims. It says purpose to prevent criminals from profiting from their crimes. And application, this law applies to any money received as a result of a crime. It redirects the funds, ensuring that they could be used to compensate victims rather than the perpetrator. So, yeah, hopefully, all goes well and he will never see a penny from this. I don't think he should get a penny from this case. I mean, now that would be an unjust. We've already had to, I don't know. Oh, not me, Psycho Stench. To me, she's she's pouring her heart out. And if I could be that brave, damn, I don't think I could be that brave. I don't know. I don't know if I could be that brave. Just to sit there while, you're staring at the person that murdered your four of your good friends. Oh, not me. I would have been like Steve. I would have moved the damn podium and been like, you better look at me and you better look at me right now. But that's why I should be locked up, in here in my home. His hair changed from the beginning to the police. Well, we did like pictures of him like side by side. I think I still have most of them. Hold on. I can give you a little, I have a bunch of Koberger pictures. Don't mind me. It's for podcasts and stuff that we listen to. Okay. So this is the first Koberger, but I got a better one. I don't have the turtle. I don't have turtle suit Koberger anymore, I don't think, but I do have red suit Koberger. Look at those brows. Oh, wait, I do have turtle suit Koberger. So this is technically the first one. Second one. Third one. Him again. This was his first time in court when they just gave him that freshly made prisoner outfit and decided to dress him up. Oh, here's before he was dressed up, smiling at Ann. Ann got him a suit and some ugly ties. Koberger, how do you feel about all those ugly ties? This was the only one that didn't look bad. Then we've got, who else? Oh, we got him. You got him here smiling a little. Him in high school. Geez, Tanya, do you have a problem? Are you a Proberger? I got a lot of pictures of Kobergs. I haven't deleted them off here yet. I haven't brought myself to do it. Just because I want to use them for podcasts and stuff. Oh, and this is one of my favorites. Jay's looking at his butt. I think we should print this one out and send it to him. And then just say, what do you think Jay's thinking right there, Koberger? Here he is again, coming into court. At court. Man, there's a lot of pictures of Koberger. The day after. Oh, I think I have. Oh, I got this one even. That one. I saved the best for last. Oh, Koberger. He'll never take a picture of himself ever like that again. Like a selfie. He'll just be standing in front of a white brick wall or cinder brick, inmate 163214, step forward, Oh, yeah, no, he did. He said he was innocent. He said he wants to go to court so he can be exonerated. Yeah. Oh, God, stop that. Yeah, he does have naturally curly hair. Right, Ashley? There was okay. I don't know who it was. I don't know where it was. Might have been Twitter, the old X. But somebody posted a picture of Dylan, and I guess it was from September or something, and she's smiling in the picture with a friend. And someone said she must not have went through anything because look at her smiling. The people that put that kind of stuff they've never been through any kind of trauma before. You can tell who's been through trauma and who hasn't, because if you've been through trauma, you would never say something like that. Craziness. I tell you. I'm just over here cleaning up my desk as I talk to you guys. Oh, really? Wow. I didn't know that, Betsy. Well, I hope that there's so much defamation with Dylan. Can you imagine if she started suing people? Woo! Forget about a GoFundMe. Right, baby girl, she's not allowed to live her life. Live it, girl, let her live it. I mean, no offense, but Bethany's lived hers. I know Bethany was on the first floor. I think that it wasn't as, I mean, I'm not saying it was harder for one than the other. I kind of am a little bit in a way because Dylan's was there and saw the person. I think she has more of a survivor's guilt because we have seen, Bethany in pictures and she's allowed to live her life too. She got voted like one of the sorority, like, I don't know what it was. It was something like she was like the sorority girl. I don't know what she was, but she won something. And I was really happy for her because she was like smiling in the picture and holding the flag or like the little thing or whatever for their pledge or their sorority chapter. I don't know what it is. I'm too old to remember that kind of stuff. But I was really happy for her when I saw that, and then I saw that picture of Dylan. I was happy if that was Dylan in September, smiling like that. Heck yeah. They were all besties. Can you imagine and you lived together in that house? That house was probably fun as hell. I mean, like okay, so nowadays girls do TikToks, social media, and everybody in college drinks beer. So like it was probably fun, we didn't do social media when I was younger. Like when I was in my 20s, we did Facebook. I guess we had Facebook. Yeah, we had Facebook. But we never I don't know. It wasn't like it is now. We didn't post as much. I don't know. Yeah, you can tell when people have been through trauma and people that haven't been through trauma. Because, there's a lot of things. There's, I've already discussed this before. Look up shock if you're wondering why Dylan didn't call for 8 hours. Because my dad was killed in a car accident right in front of me. And I went home and I went to bed. And I had officers banging on my door, on my window, on my house. I can still hear it to this day, 20 years later. Yeah. And you know what I did? I didn't wake up. I woke up for a second and didn't get out of bed, woke up and went like this and went right back to sleep. It's called shock. And shock is beautiful when it needs to be. It'll put you into a different world. You can do anything. And then the next day, make this make sense because I am insane. I went out to lunch with my friend and acted like nothing even happened the night before because I was in shock. I was going to eat some Red Lobster at 12 o'clock the next day. And I found out at 11:37 the night before. It's fight, flight, or freeze. It is. Nowadays, I still flight. I'm a flighter, and I was only a flighter because, my mom, I don't want to tell her. My brother wasn't there. I mean, just me. So, yeah. And I mean, shock is shock. Yeah, shock is wonderful. It could be wonderful. Just like my car accident. I was in shock during that. I was talking and everything. Don't remember a word. I don't remember any of it. But I guess I was just talking. I've been in shock a few times. So, yeah, it's crazy what people will do in a situation that they'll block it. They'll be like, I didn't see that. That ain't going on. That's not going on over here. I got this going on over here. It's just crazy. Yeah, call 911. Yeah, someone's passed away. Yeah. Yeah. And I think I would like to say I'm a fighter now, but I'm not. When that doorbell the doorbell's not bad. When someone knocks, I run. I will straight run and I'll be in the closet with the dogs and the cat. They all follow me. Vincent will be like, what are you doing? He doesn't anymore because he knows, he definitely knows why I'm in the closet. But yeah. See, went outside and played basketball. See, it was like you didn't want to. Yeah, it's like you don't even, it's crazy what you'll do. Yeah, it's crazy what you'll do. I want to eat. I worked at Red Lobster at the time. It wasn't like there was a shrimp special or something, but I remember pulling up and my friend pulling up beside me and I was trying to be cool, my dad just was killed. You know what I mean? It was okay to be sad, but in my brain, I was programmed weird. Like I was programmed to not let like that, to no one could see that. And then he saw it as soon as he saw my face. He's like, what is going on? So, but yeah. I didn't process it. I mean, yeah, you still called someone. But I think that I just think that their age, nothing like that happens there. Xana, from all accounts, looked like she was a fun freaking time. Like I would have loved to have been 20 years old and had a friend like her at 20. Like my friends were fun, but she was like a whole new level of fun. Like she was like crazy fun. And I think that with her being on the floor like that, I think they just assumed like, yeah, she's passed out. Like she drank too much. Like, and didn't, I don't think that I don't think it would even really affect, like, I don't think it hit Dylan until the next morning when they called the cops. Even so, I don't know. But thank you guys all for being here. I appreciate you so very much. What was I going to say? I'll be on tomorrow. I'm going to put out, I think, a pre-recorded tomorrow, but I might just come live and do it. Emily Alant did an interview with police. It's a few days old, but we do all the body cam footage, so I haven't got that one out. And then what else? I don't know. If there's any cases you want me to cover, put them in the comments below. If you guys don't mind, after this live, hit the like button if you appreciate the content tonight. Don't forget to do that. Become a member if you can. Any way to support the channel, that really does help me out tremendously. And I'll be back tomorrow night with you guys. So thank you guys so much for being here. I appreciate you. Thank you, Alabama Slamma, for the super chat, and Play Nice for the super chat. I appreciate you guys. And thank you guys so much for being here again. I'll see you guys all tomorrow, and be safe. Lock your doors. Don't contact Coburger. Don't contact Coburger. I'm just kidding. But no, thank you guys so much. Have a wonderful evening. I'll see you guys all tomorrow night. Have a great night. Bye, guys.
Just like the street lights lit this town, like a fire in a blaze, gotta burn it down. Can't be afraid to live this out. We got this far, don't know how.